Hello everyone, this is Lily Pilly Place and I'm Lexi and I'm here to talk to you today about some maternity wear. So this episode will be about dresses specifically because I found, even though here in Australia at the moment we were going, well my pregnancy was during sort of autumn, winter, and now we're finally in spring and it's so delightful, especially today. Sun's out, thank God. But I found, even though it was colder during winter, I just didn't like wearing pants. I don't like a lot of bulk around under my bust or anything sort of touching my tummy. Even way before pregnancy, I never really wore many things that would sort of cut off at my stomach. All right, so I have 3 different styles. 2 dresses are the same, and one's a new little exciting one, and that's why I've been a little bit MIA. But I'm gonna start with 2 dresses that I've already mentioned before, which have been the lacy dress and the iceberg dress. So I'll show you the lacy dress first. I've done a whole episode on the lacy dress, so you can always go back and have a look at that and look at what my pros and cons and what my woes and all that was. But definitely one of my favorite dresses. If I had been pregnant in summer, I think I would have worn this a hell of a lot more. But I do plan on doing a hack on this dress and putting in some invisible zippers in the seam lines down here, which you'll hear about in the other video for nursing, because it will be summer for me. So this one was great because it's super boxy, super flowy. You make it in lightweight. You can make it in pretty much any material you want. It's knit and woven, and this is the lacy style arc dress. Just an absolute all-round winner in terms of versatility, I think, and because it's got the side sleeves and stuff like that, you can do so much mixing and matching as well if you've only got like a little bit of one material, or like you want to do just some mix and matching because that's your style. So I love that dress, and I love how it's like super flowy and all that sort of thing. So that definitely that was my second dress that I made. Then I have, if you like a bit of a bodycon kind of feel, so like if you're wanting to show off your bumps. So for me, I showed really late. Probably wasn't until really late 20 weeks. Like I think it wasn't until like 28 weeks that I really started to actually show. So I made this bodycon prior to me showing, I'm pretty sure. Or I was showing, but like, yeah, not heaps. But so this is, yeah, a bit more of a bodycon style that I did. This is the Allison Co iceberg dress. I have spoken about this before, and I really like this one because it was super quick. It's a knit pattern, and yeah, it's just, yeah, I liked how quick it was. All done on a serger or overlocker, but I actually did it on my sewing machine because I was a little bit scared of this material through my overlocker, and I was having a few issues at the time with the overlocker. So I was like, all right, well, we'll give it a go on the sewing machine, doing all the, you know, the zigzag stitch rather than a stretch stitch, which I didn't know I had on my sewing machine at the time, but now since then I have found out that I actually do have a proper stretch stitch on my sewing machine that I could have used, but yeah, not 100, I haven't used it, so I wasn't 100% sure on it. I like this dress too because there's lots of different necklines that you can do. You can do a V-neck, a boat neck. This is the crew neck. There's an asymmetric neck. A couple of different necklines. So I like that too. And you can do short sleeve, long sleeve, medium sleeve, whatever sleeve you really please. I think you can do no sleeve as well. I can't remember. Sorry guys. No, so I did a maxi in this originally and was so proud of myself, and then tried it on and looked at myself in the mirror and went, no, I looked like a nun. I looked like I was, because I've done the crew, it looked like I was from head to arm to toe in just black, or like, this is actually navy, like a dark nun outfit. So if you're looking for a costume, that would be a great one. But so what I did, I still wanted the length in the arms because I prefer long sleeves. So I kept the long sleeves and the crew neck, and I just chopped it off at the knee length. So yeah, I probably took off about, I took off quite a lot. And it did make a huge difference. Honestly, just taking it from maxi to knee made a huge difference for the entire look. And yeah, I don't look like a nun anymore when I wear it. It would be a great dress to have like a little cardigan or something over as well. I think because it's really one of the only ones that I've made, apart from the lacy dress, which actually was just a tester, that original one. It's actually the only one that I have that's not patterned, so yeah. So this is some ribbed fabric, and it is from Darn Cheap Fabrics here in Melbourne, but I got it online, so I wasn't entirely sure about what it was going to look like when it got here, but I was really happy with it. Actually, it was even prettier than I anticipated. I didn't realize it had like this beautiful shine to it, so that was really lovely. So that's a great material and a great store to buy from. They were great to deal with. So yeah, that was the Iceberg dress by Alice and Co. Really, really enjoyed that one. Now, the last style I have. I was so excited when my friend actually tagged me in a Facebook group and said, like, you should try this. So Pattern Emporium had just brought out a beautiful bodycon dress called Entice Me. And I was looking at it and I was like, oh, I should buy that. But then I've got the bump and I was like, oh, like, I don't know how to like sort of maneuver around that just yet. Like, I'm not that, like, I'm really only, I would call myself sort of like an advanced beginner, but still not even really that advanced. So I was hesitant to buy it anyway. And then she tagged me in this great opportunity to be a tester for the maternity add-on to that dress. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I get in. And I did, and it was the best experience I have ever had. If you ever get the chance to be a tester for a pattern company, go for it. You get so much help from everyone. It was so supportive. The pattern company CEO, owner, Kate, oh, she was so helpful. She wanted us all to succeed because obviously if we succeed, she succeeds. But she was just awesome to deal with. No question was a silly question. Especially being pregnant, you get some really seriously strange things happen. So basically I did this dress that I'm wearing, and this was the test, or no, what do we call it? The fit test, right? So we did this first, and then she did recommend that we did a fit test in the same material that we were doing our finals. Unfortunately, I didn't have both, and I didn't have the luxury of being able to go down to the local shop like Spotlight or anything like that, because we literally just had gone into stage 4 restrictions. So it was pretty much impossible, and they hadn't offered click and collect yet. So I didn't know when the material was going to get here by. So I just kind of had to go with what I had. I really loved this material. This is the, now what was it? It was the rayon spandex. Yeah, rayon spandex from Spotlight. I actually showed you guys this and said I was going to do some pleats to meet you pants in this, but I never got around to doing them. And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I really enjoy this particular material in this dress. And I really like the pattern. So, and I've had so many compliments when I've been at my appointments and all that sort of thing. So that's been really good. So rayon spandex for this one, I did the crew neck because I'm not really one to have like lower tops. I don't know why. I definitely will never have anything at the back. I have quite bad acne scarring on my neck and back, so I tend to always have like at least, you know, a t-shirt style. I will go slightly lower than the crew. You can do, there's all different types of necklines. You know, you could do, I know a lot of the ladies, they did mixes of like a lower neck but a higher back. They did like so you could do a mid, so you could do a crew, but it was that little bit lower, so it was called a midi, I'm pretty sure. So a midi neckline, yeah, the low neckline, the high, I think you could do I think there was like even a higher one, I think. Anyway, so many different necklines for this one. So I chose the crew because that's my style. I went with a 3/4 sleeve because I just felt like when I was making it, which was only a couple of weeks ago, you could kind of start feeling the weather getting a bit warmer. So I thought, you know, 3/4 will be a bit better. This material so far, it's really quite warm. So even on a 24-degree day today, out in the sun, I think I would be quite hot. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for later in the seasons. So I definitely wouldn't go summer with a 3/4 in this. I think I would die. And we did the knee length as well. The knee length I just find is just, it's nice, shows off a bit of leg, but you're not like, you know, going too crazy. I mean, if you like minis, like, sure, go for it. Like, you might be, you know, 18 and you can get away with a mini, but I am certainly not able to get away with a mini. So I went with knee length. And so basically what it was the Entice Me dress. So you read through all of the Entice Me tutorial information, and then the add-on is just one piece for the front, and you attach it to the original pattern's piece, that front bodice, and it's as simple as that. So with my fit test, I did it completely to the pattern, didn't change anything. And I found that I needed to take about 5 centimeters up from the bodice because I am quite short torsoed. And then with the ruching, so there's 2 different types of ruching with the maternity add-on. So you could choose between the subtle or the full. So I went subtle because I still am quite a small bump. And what I found with my fit test as well was that I needed to I needed to take out quite a lot of the ruching just because it fell a lot lower than my actual bump. I am carrying very high. So with my ruching, I took quite a good chunk. So what I did is I did this whole thing, and then I took some safety pins and I actually pinned it right where my bump sort of started to end and where the sagging sort of started happening under my belly. So that way I could take that much out. And I just I did it on both sides, but I made sure that, like, obviously when I unpicked, oh my gosh, the unpicking was insane. So once I unpicked, I made sure that I had it, you know, obviously the same on both sides. So did that, and it made for a much better fitting dress in the end. So 100% recommend doing a fit test for these garments, especially the maternity add-on. They also, so with the Entice Me dress, they also brought out a couple of other add-ons that weren't necessarily maternity. So there's an asymmetric ruching as well, which was lovely, and then they also brought out a top in this. So it's called the Ray of Light top, and yeah, it's got a lovely ruching on the side, and a lot of the ladies did it in a stripe, and it's great if you don't want to have to notch up all your stripes, because no matter what you tried to do, it would never match up just the way it sort of ruches up beautifully up here. It's a really lovely top. So that's another great product that they brought out for that one. So I was so excited to have that pleasure of doing that. So I'll pop up some photos. I'll pop up some final photos of me in this dress, as well as I'll just quickly show you technically my final dress that I made as well. Which I never showed you this material, but I love this material. This is a cotton spandex. This is quite a lot thicker than this. And that's what I was saying. It was kind of difficult with the two different types of material because this fits very differently to this. In terms of, this has got a little bit more give around, and it's a little bit more sort of drapey. Not full drapey, but like it has a little bit more drapiness to it. And it's a lot thinner compared to this cotton spandex, which is quite thick, both from Spotlight as well, just in case you wanted to know. This I think would be a really cool jumper as well. I've got some more left, so I'm thinking of doing a jumper in this. They're exactly the same dress in terms of you know, all the bits and pieces to it. The ruching I found on this dress is shown slightly more defined because it is that slightly thicker, and it's up to you whether or not you want that definition of the ruching, or if you want it just more so that it's flowing over your bump and it's just that it's the extra give that you need for over the bump. I did definitely find, while I love this silkiness of the rayon spandex, I do really like the detailing that the ruching was on this. So yeah, love this material. Get lots of comments from this material when I wear this again to my maternity health check things. What are they? When you go to the obstetrician? Yep. Lots and lots of comments. So that concludes my maternity wear dresses, and I just wanted to say a really big thank you to Kate from Pattern Emporium for including me in the wonderful maternity add-on testing. And yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy these. I'm more than confident that you will want to get, at least if you're not pregnant, maybe try the Entice Me dress anyway, because it was really quick make, really quick, and The other thing I like about the Pattern Emporium instructions, or like their instructions, is they're so detailed. Some of the information you probably, as a beginner, you might be like, whoa, there's like so much information. But it's so important to read through your pattern instructions, get to know all of that detail, because, and Kate's so good at explaining it all. So definitely really love Pattern Emporium's patterns. Yeah, so thank you. And thank you guys for listening to me waffle on today about some eternity dresses. I hope you really enjoy them. I am going to enjoy some sunshine now because it is so lovely. Let's get sewing, guys. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell so you know that I've made a little video for you guys. And I would love it if you could like this video, and always comments are more than welcome. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you.